for that. Like, we play a sport, and we're so into a sport where it's easily about you. It can easily become about you and what you do. It's all about your performance. What have you done for me lately? That's the slogan in the NFL. And for me, when I first got to the league, I really took hold to that in the wrong way. I had accepted Christ when I was about 13 years old. But when I got to the league, I was like, you know what? Everybody is just about themselves. And that's what my vision was. I was like, well, if this is how everybody's going to be, then I'm going to be the same way. I'm going to get mine too. And that was the wrong way to look at football, because it wasn't about me at all. It was all about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ first. And what I learned over the time through a course of injuries and certain things that's going on in my career, that my purpose is to play the game that he's given me to play, but also build a platform so that others may come to know who Christ is through what he's allowed me to do. So that's more my job now. So it's less about me, more about Christ. So I play football for the glory of God and what he's allowed me to do to be a blessing to others.
College undrafted, I wanted to make the first team and to play in the NFL, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready mentally. I wasn't ready how to handle it all. It just wasn't ready. And then when I started changing my, the cross, right, it's horizontal, vertical. When I started focusing just on God, right, I stopped living for myself and stopped trying to please everybody, getting awards, reading the paper, trying to see what my name's in there, all that stuff. It doesn't matter. It took the pressure away. I go out there, I had faith in what I was doing, and I took my steps. There's nothing to worry about. I knew I was going to make it. If it didn't go through, it doesn't go through. I had the confidence that I was going to make the next one. But as long as I had that mindset, you can do this, you're trained to do it, go out there and glorify God, make the kick. And you imagine how many people, I've helped a lot of people in the last 10 years, not because I make kicks, but just, I'm going out there doing something that I love. I'm not going out there, I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for, the American Cancer Society. I'm doing it for, kids who in Children's Hospital that are struggling for their life right now. Imagine what you can do. Just give it up to God, and the stress, the pressure will go away. The fear of failure will go away.
It's what they're saying. It comes down to being selfish. I've a pretty rough story. A lot of you guys might be too young to even hear, but before I was just selfish, just a football player. I was good. I was a good football player, but that's all I was. I was nothing else. I got in a lot of trouble, and it wasn't until I found God, and God delivered me before I was able to get back to doing what I love and actually progressing in it and making it to the NFL and being a role model to guys like you. It was hard for me in the beginning. I thought I was the man. Everything was going good for me. Got scholarships. It was one of the best in the country, and all that stuff. And God, as fast as He'll give it to you, He'll take it away. And I wasn't living honored by the blessings He gave me. I wasn't honoring Him with it. So He took it all away from me, stripped me bare. So I had to refine Jesus Christ and start doing things for Him and doing things for other people and stop being so selfish. And He gave it all back to me tenfold. And now, now I see it with I can see it through you guys, A lot of you guys are a lot better than I was when I was your age, and you guys already got a head start on me. So I just ask that you guys continue to listen to your parents, continue to listen to your coaches, be the best you can be. There's a lot of negative things. You can't do half negative, half good, because it's always going to end up being bad. You guys got to always do the right things and just strive for greatness. Try to be the best you can be. Don't cut yourself short on nothing you're doing. You guys already got a jump start, hanging out with NFL guys, having fun out here. This is what it's supposed to be about. It can be like this for the rest of your life, as long as you don't force it the opposite way. So I just ask that you guys continue to follow the Lord, follow your parents, and just be blessed.
I think one of my favorite Bible verses is Hebrews 12, 1 and 2. It reads, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders us and the sin that so easily entangles us, and let us fix our eyes on our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the author and perfecter of our faith, and run the course that's been set before us." Which basically that means, like, no matter what you do in your life, there's always going to be people watching. There's always going to be Twitter. There's always going to be Facebook. There's always going to be Instagram. Always going to be Vines, whatever you want to go on, Snapchat, whatever you want to go on, and so on and so on. There's always going to be witnesses around you. There's always somebody watching. It doesn't matter how famous or you feel or don't feel. But at the end of the day, we're all called to be leaders. We all are called to be leaders by example. Because everybody watches you day in and day out. They watch. That's how you build your reputation. That's how you build your character. That's how you build who you are as a person. That's how you make friends based on who you are. And I think for me, being surrounding myself with guys like like these three next to me, they sharpen me. They help me mold myself in a way in which I can be a better person. Every day, we are all different. Every single person out here is different. There may be somebody in the world that may look similar to you, but there's nobody created exactly like you. We're all created differently. Why? Because when we come together, we can make one complete thought. We can make up one body. And the body has, what, hundreds of different functions, different parts, right? Right? We all agree on that, right? Yeah. Different limbs. We all make up one body for one purpose, and that's to improve the environment we live in, to help win a game, to help win a championship. We all are different positions, different attributes, different techniques. We're both safeties, but we have different things we're good at. I'm pretty good at special teams. He's great at covering people in the nickel. He can do nickel. I can do nickel a little bit, but he's a little bit better than I am at it. He's a little more comfortable. He's created a little bit different than I am. And I'm saying that because what helps me in my faith is guys that are unselfish, that you put around yourself, that you surround yourself with, they naturally will sharpen you and make you better. If you want to be better in your life, then you got to surround yourself with people that are better and make sure you're intentionally pouring into everybody else. Be intentional relationships around you. Be intentional with your coaches. Be intentional with your parents. And I say that because if you want something, if you want to do something that day, and you know it's harmless, it's just playing with your friends or something that you want to do your chores before they ask you. Clean your room before they ask you. Better, because you got a better chance of being able to play or being able to go outside when you want to or play a little bit longer on the video game or watch TV a little longer if you clean your room without them asking you. Can we agree to that? So for me, I just ask you guys to lead by example. You're only going to get out of your life what you put into it. So if you want something big, you got to be willing to put in a little bit of work to get there. See what it takes to get there, and then make decisions based off that. It's going to help or hurt you. But for me, I know me surrounding myself with the right group of guys is what helped me the most and what helps my faith the most. And because, like I said, I hinted on it earlier, it's hard at the end of the day to play the game with anger when you reach your dream, when you reach your goals, when you got a beautiful and amazing family, when you got great friends and a great team and a good life. It's hard to play the game with anger then. So you got to learn to play the game with passion from the beginning, then it's easy. Because God never changes. We change as people, but he never changes. He's always going to be an absolute purpose. And he asks us, like Colin said earlier, to do everything enthusiastically, to do it wholeheartedly, to do it 100%, every day to get better.
Yeah, we just finished up here with an amazing FCA football clinic at Westview High School. 200 kids ages 6 to 17 out here playing the game of football under the leadership of 4 NFL guys that love God most of all and desire to help these kids come and grow closer to God. And so they use football to do that. We had Chick-fil-A, we had water bottles, we had a blast out here running around, and just thankful for the opportunity to be a part of this and be God to glory.
Awesome.